Well, Bristol City summer transfer window largely revolved around the sale of Alex Scott to Bournemouth, but how have the players who came in through the door at Ashton Gate done so far? Here are my rankings on them and how I think they've impacted the team. 5 players came in through the door at Ashton Gate: Ross McCrorie from Aberdeen, Rob Dickie from QPR, Jason Knight from Derby County, Hayden Roberts from Brighton, and Taylor Gardner-Hickman from West Bromwich Albion. We'll start off with Ross McCrorie, and this is quite a straightforward one. Ross McCrorie hasn't played so far in a Bristol City shirt, so NA is applicable here in this scenario. He's not played a single minute. He'll preferably, hopefully, be back around the New Year's time. That's what previous manager Nigel Pearson has stated. He's a right back, centre midfielder, can play centre back if necessary as well. So hopefully he makes an impact into the team, because I do think he's going to have a bit of a role to play for this Bristol City side. A lot of money, supposedly, was spent on Ross McCrorie, around £2 million, to buy him out of his Aberdeen contract, so hopefully he makes a positive impact in a Bristol City shirt. Second summer signing I want to talk about is Rob Dickie, and he was signed from QPR for a modest fee, and it looked like a very solid deal on paper, and so far it's proving to be that way. The centre-back has been really, really good in a Bristol City shirt so far. He did look a bit shaky in his first couple of games and did get sent off against Birmingham at Ashton Gate, but since then he's been back into the side and has just not really put a foot wrong, and he has been a really, really good signing. Under Nigel Pearson, he was trusted, he was asked to make last-ditch challenges, being in the right position, and he's done that really, really well. He's also been a threat from set pieces, which Bristol City have had to improve over the last 2 years, and he has provided a massive, massive threat up in the opposition box. So in my opinion, this has been a really, really good deal. And the price we paid for him, Bristol City are getting a lot of reward from it, so that's why I'm going to give this an A. Hayden Roberts was signed on a free transfer from Brighton and Hove Albion. He spent last season on loan at Derby County, and so far, in my opinion, has struggled to adapt to life in the Championship, unfortunately. He is still young, so more than enough time in the bank, but so far he's just not been able to compete with Cam Pring down that left-hand side. He's been deployed at left wing back, even in midfield at points in the Championship season, but just has not been able to make a single position his own. He's been dragged off early in a couple of games, Coventry at home, where we started off with a 5 at the back system, reverted to 4 at the back in mid-game, mid first half, so he had to be dragged off, and that just hasn't helped his development either. Hopefully this improves, but it's not been a mighty impressive start for Hayden Roberts, so unfortunately I'm going to give this transfer so far a C. Next up, Jason Knight. Jason Knight was picked up from Derby County for a pretty hefty fee for a League One player, but so far has been absolutely brilliant in a Bristol City shirt. He has added dynamism, he's added enthusiasm, he's added loads of energy into that Bristol City midfield, and even after the Alex Scott departure, him, Matty James, Joe Williams, Taylor Gardner-Hickman, who we'll come on to, have all just been absolutely brilliant in that midfield so far for Bristol City. And I do think this is going to be a fantastic signing, not only for now, but also for the future, and a potential real asset for Bristol City. He has arguably been the deal of the summer from a Bristol City perspective, and just generally looks like a very, very, very competent Championship midfielder. As I said, Duracell Bunny in midfield just does not stop running, and that is so important, not only from the fans' perspective, but also for a team's perspective. If we're in a tight game and we're 1-0 down, or it's a must-win and we're kind of drawing 1-1 or something, if Jason Knight goes and presses someone running 40 yards, that's only going to motivate the team even more. So Jason Knight looks like a fantastic signing. That's why I'm going to give this an A star, not only for the impact he's had so far, but also for the impact I think he's going to have in the future for a Bristol City shirt. Taylor Gardner-Hickman, I've given him an A. This will easily be an A star if we get him signed on a permanent deal, by the way. The impact he's had in the Bristol City shirt has been absolutely brilliant. He has been deployed at right back, but his best role, evidently, from the time so far at Bristol City, has been in centre midfield. As an 8, as a 6, as a 10, I think he's equally comfortable in any of those positions. But as we've had this season, if we do have an injury crisis, God forbid we don't, in the future, he can play equally comfortably at right back, right wing, anywhere across the front three, and he'll be equally as comfortable there. So really, really good signing so far, and hopefully Bristol City have the senses about them to make this a permanent deal. Reportedly, the figure's going to be about 1.2 million, so not going to be massively cheap, but for the value we've seen so far, and hopefully for the value he's going to give us in the future with regular games, hopefully, this is going to be a fantastic deal for Bristol City. He has the technical ability to be miles above the Championship. He has the grittiness to just fit like a glove in the Championship as well. So he has a lot about him, and for his age, he's really, really mature, and he's just really passionate, and you can see that he's clearly determined. His set pieces as well have just been a breath of fresh air in a Bristol City shirt. Him, Rob Dickie have linked up brilliantly so far. So hopefully, from a Bristol City perspective, this has turned into a permanent deal very, very quickly. Otherwise, we will have suitors or competitors for Taylor Gardner-Hickman in the summer. I've been really encouraged by Bristol City's incomings this summer transfer window and the impact they've had on the Bristol City 11 and the squad in general. Maybe Ross McCrorie and Hayden Roberts excluding, that again might be a bit harsh, but so far they've looked really, really good and look like they're viable threats into that starting 11 and look like they can really cement a place there. So hopefully, not only for now, but for the future as well, Liam Manning can coach them and make them better players and make them more valuable assets from a Bristol City perspective and have better and longer impacts on that starting 11. But for right now, they look like very, very solid deals, and credit has to be given to Nigel Pearson and also the recruitment staff who have all been working behind this and have made this a fairly reasonable transfer window in terms of incomings. Thank you very much for watching this video, everyone. Hit like if you haven't already subscribed to the Annie Harris YouTube channel for more Bristol City content in the future. I have rebranded and I do think it's appropriate and it's about time as well. So no longer Age Rubenstock, it's more Annie Harris. Thank you very much for watching. Keep safe and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.